Yes, one man is talking tough towards in the department, the goalkeeping department of the Super Eagles, and he was formerly a Super Eagles goalkeeper before he retired internationally, but still playing club football in Nigeria. He left the shores of this country to Europe, precisely Israel, and he came back, and he's with Kwara United at this point in time. No other person than Dele Aiyenugba. On that note, I will be welcoming you to the show. Sports update on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fasheme. Former Super Eagles goalkeeper Dele Aiyenugba says at this point in time, while NPFL goalkeepers aren't ready for the AFCON, well, I don't know, he himself is a goalkeeper with Kwara United right now after he left Israel, coming back to Nigeria, and now he said the NPFL goalkeepers are not actually ready for AFCON. I'm not a goalkeeper, I'm not a coach, but he knows, they used to say, he that wears the shoes know where it pickings him or her. So he's a goalkeeper, you understand why he's saying that actually, because if you look at the goalkeeping department of the Super Eagles right now, it is really in tatters and shambles, because if we want to rely on Francis Uzoho or Maduka Okoye, well, I think we are going to be having issues in the Nations Cup. But the coach Jose Pizarro has stuck faith with these guys that I just mentioned, most especially Francis Uzoho. Let's see if he will be on that plane going to Cote d'Ivoire 2023, precisely to be played in 2024, because if you look at it, over the years we've been producing the best hands when it comes to goalkeepers for the national team in the Nigerian Premier League. The likes of Dele Aiyenugba himself played for Aiyenugba International, where they won the Champions League in 2003 and 2004 himself, and Vincent Enyeama. After Vincent Enyeama left, he took over in 2004, and he shone like a million star. He was in between the sticks for Aiyenugba when they won the penalty shootout in 2-3 and in 2004. So, and fantastic goalkeeper, if you ask me, Dele Aiyenugba. He was two times bronze medalist for Nigeria when in the Nations Cup. So he is saying that the NPFL goalkeepers are not ready for the AFCON 2023 to be played in Cote d'Ivoire in 2024. The likes of Obasogie of Pendel Insurance, Doma United goalkeeper, to mention a few, are good hands that we can give a chance. And Adeleye also, who is playing his trade in Italy, also is a good goalkeeper who has honored the call-up of the Super Eagles. We saw him in the game against Guinea-Bissau during the Nations Cup qualifier. So for Dele Aiyenugba to say the NPFL goalkeepers are not really ready for AFCON, I think at this point in time, I really want to beg to disagree with him, because if we actually look inward, we can get the good hands for the national team in the Nigerian Premier Football League, because doing all this trial and error that we do with goalkeepers, no, it has to stop. We need to find our number one goalkeeper. Since Vincent Enyeama left the Super Eagles, we have not gotten the best hands in that position. So, but let's see what Coach Jose Pizarro will do to at least to get players for the Super Eagles, and how we can actually do better in the Nations Cup. But for Dele Aiyenugba, he's saying that the Nigerian Premier League goalkeepers, they are not ready for AFCON, and he said why the keepers are not ready, because our league, if you know how we run our league, last season it was average league, and this time around we've gone back to the normal league where we have 20 teams standing, but coupled with some other lacks, as in difficulties we notice in the league. That is why Dele Aiyenugba is saying that the Nigerian Premier Football League goalkeepers are not really ready for AFCON. Let's see how it goes. The coach have the final say. Let's see the goalkeepers. He will go into AFCON. Maybe, probably, we might just have one NPFL goalkeeper to join the foreign-based goalkeeper that will be going to the Nations Cup. We know that Ojo Olonrileke from Aiyenugba is always getting the call-up to join other goalkeepers, and Obasogie of Pendel Insurance replaced Maduka Okoye during the last time out when we played the World Cup qualifiers, where we played 1-1 with Lesotho in Uyo, and then far away in Rwanda, we played 1-1 with the Warriors of Zimbabwe. Okay, let's leave the shores of the country. Let's still staying in the continent in a way. Now, for Rivers United, they have threatened to boycott their tie against Club African in the CAF Confederations Cup that will be coming up this weekend. Why? They say their ESTA code, the last time out they traveled to Ghana, has not been paid. You know, some of these players are the breadwinners of their family, and I believe Rivers United management should do all they can to actually to see if, to pay up these guys, because this is an ugly news for a team that is preparing to play against a North African team, a Club African for that matter, saying they are going to boycott the clash. Though it's a threat, but sometimes these threats can be something that will happen. We know how things are being done in this part of the world, and Rivers United is the only team from Nigeria that is still remaining in the continent after Remo Stars, Aiyenugba and Bendel Insurance crashed out of the continent. So for Rivers United, they need all the support they can get, and at some point the NFF have pledged that they are going to support all of the Nigerian clubs in the continent, but unfortunately 3 are out. We're just left with 1. So the NFF should do all they can to support Rivers United, play the politics, and do whatever it is they need to do to see how this Rivers United can qualify from the group stage. We are hungry for success in the continent. The last time out we had success in the continent was in 2006, and it was Rivers United then, though they were called the Sharks of Port Harcourt, Dolphins of Port Harcourt. They got to the final of the CAF Cup, but they lost it to a North African team. So this time around, we want to see Rivers United getting to the final of the CAF Confederations Cup. So Rivers United management paid these guys their ESTA code, their traveling allowance, their match bonuses, because they went to Ghana and they lost to Dream FC in their match day 2 of the CAF Confederations Cup. Now, their match day 3, they will be playing against Club African, who has won 2 games, and they are topping the table. Though Rivers United is second in that Group C, but this time around, they want to see if they can beat Club African and also get their own 6 points and topple Club African from the top of the table, where it's an easy task. In a way, it's also not an easy task, playing against a North African team. That match will be coming up over this weekend right there in Uyo. That is where they adopted home ground for playing continental engagement. Okay, let's leave the shores of the continent and go straight to Europe, where Victor Boniface now, after 5 games without goals, he's back to scoring ways. Now he has scored his 14th goal of the season in Bayer Leverkusen's German DFB Cup win over Paderborn FC in Germany. Now he scored his 14th goal of the season. He got the first goal in that particular game in the 12th minute of that game, and he opened the goal scoring for his team in the 12th minute, and that goal is his 14th goal of the season for Bayer Leverkusen. Bayer Leverkusen is the only team in Europe that has not lost any game in the league and in the European competition this season. So they are continuing with that record. And ask me, who is the coach of that team? Xabi Alonso, a man who played for Real Madrid. He's doing fantastic with Bayer Leverkusen. He started somewhere and he's doing a great job. And that is why Real Madrid are trying to see how they can lure him to join them, just what they did to Zinedine Zidane. They also want to do to Xabi Alonso, but he has said no. He wants to stay with Bayer Leverkusen and grow from there. Maybe probably in future he can join Real Madrid to become the Le Merengues, the White Angels as they are called, the coach of the White Angels. But right now he's with Bayer Leverkusen, and Victor Boniface is enjoying life under Xabi Alonso. Getting his 14th goal of the season is a huge achievement for Victor Boniface after goal drought in 5 games. But now he's back to scoring ways, back to back. He has scored back to back 3 times in a row now since coming back to scoring form for Bayer Leverkusen. That game ended in favor of Bayer Leverkusen in the German DFB Pokal. DFB Pokal, that is the German Cup, just like the Carabao Cup in England, also the Copa del Rey in Spain. So let's look at the results of games in that particular cup in Germany. Games went down, and we have FC Saarbrücken, who beat Bayern Munich, they are the one that defeated, they ousted Bayern Munich from the league. They continued their sojourn by beating a team that is playing in the league, Eintracht Frankfurt 2-0. I think this team has something in their sleeve. Let's see how far they can go after they defeated Bayern Munich. Now they've also beaten Eintracht Frankfurt 2-0. Bayer Leverkusen beat SC Paderborn 07 3-1. Victor Boniface getting one of the goals, and he dedicated his goal to Arthur, one of the players of Bayer Leverkusen, after he will be sidelined for 4 good months, and his heart, Victor Boniface has, is with Arthur. That's after scoring that goal, he has to show the jersey number 13 of that player in Bayer Leverkusen. Hertha Berlin and Hamburg SV ended in on a 3-3 at first after regulation time, and it went straight to all extra time, no goal, and Hertha Berlin won 5-3 on penalties, and VfB Stuttgart beat Borussia Dortmund 2-0, and Borussia Dortmund, as it stands, is out of the German DFB Cup. For Victor Boniface, they progressed into the next round. Let's see how far the Bayer Leverkusen can go. Also, they are at the top of the table in the German Bundesliga. Now, they have not lost any game in Europe this season. The only team in Europe not to have lost any game in all competition. Let's see how Xabi Alonso and his foot soldier, including Victor Boniface of Nigeria, how they can at least keep pushing on. At the end of the season, with this form, they are supposed to smile home with a trophy. Okay, let's leave the German DFB results and let's go straight to Spain, where actions will be coming up in the Spanish Copa del Rey tonight. Games have been lined up in the Spanish Copa del Rey. It's a cup game in Spain. We have Radina against Cadiz. Cadiz play in the senior league of the land. We have Linares Deportivo against Elche, Racing Ferrol against Leganés, UD Melilla against Elba. We have Cayon against Athletic Bilbao. We have Orihuela against Girona, and we have Sestao River against Celta Vigo in the Spanish Copa del Rey. These are some of the games that will be coming up tonight in the Spanish Copa del Rey. So you have a lot of games lined up there in Spain for your viewing pleasure. And we have a couple of Nigerians also who will be in action tonight, not in the Spanish Copa del Rey alone. Also have in other club games around Europe. Okay, let's leave the Spanish Copa del Rey and also quickly look at the fixture that will be coming up in Ligue 1 in France. We just have one game to come up in the league. That is Brest against Strasbourg in Ligue 1 in France. That is tonight. That game will be coming up in French Ligue 1. Okay, let's leave the French Ligue 1 and quickly look at, let's take a stop over in the United States of America. They say it is the biggest franchise in the world, and when it comes to the NBA, you know what it means when it comes to the NBA. Fantastic game, but the game of basketball is a beautiful game. After football, the next game is basketball. Okay, let's look at some results of games that were played in the night. We have Orlando Magic against Cleveland Cavaliers. It was 101 for Orlando Magic and 121 for Cavaliers in that game. They beat Orlando Magic. We have Memphis Grizzlies 116 against Detroit Pistons 102. 116 for Memphis Grizzlies and 102 for Detroit Pistons. We have Philadelphia 76ers 131. They beat Washington Wizards 126. We have Miami Heat beating Toronto Raptors 112 to 103 points. Brooklyn Nets 114 to 113 points of Atlanta Hawks. We have San Antonio Spurs 94 and Minnesota Timberwolves blew them away 102 to 94 points. Charlotte Hornets and Chicago Bulls, it was 100 points for Charlotte Hornets against Chicago Bulls 111. Chicago Bulls winning that game. Oklahoma City Thunder lost to Houston Rockets 101 to 110 points, and Dallas Mavericks lost to Golden State Warriors. Look at the margin, 147 to 106 points. Wow, that was a good one for Golden State Warriors. The semi-finals is setting in, and you know it is the in-season in the NBA. It's not the regular season where you used to see in the NBA. Let's see how the NBA will wrap up this season. One of the best seasons so far when it comes to basketball in the United States of America. The good news is we have Nigerians playing in all of these clubs. The likes of our own Antetokounmpo, though he plays for Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's in Nigeria. We also have Adebayo. We have a lot of them. We have Joel Embiid, an African brother from Cameroon. So Nigerians and other African brothers are playing in the NBA, the biggest franchise in the world. Let's see how the in-season will end from the Western Conference and the other conferences of the NBA. Okay, let's leave the basketball result now and quickly just take some transfer on the show before we go. Real Madrid, they are doing all they can to see how they can snap up this young man from PSG. Real Madrid is keen to offer Kylian Mbappe a deal after his deal with PSG will expire next year, that is in 2024, and they are keen to offer him a deal. They want to lure him to the Bernabeu. They are promising him, hey, young man, come, we are going to give you the Champions League. And you know, they are the perennial winners of the Champions League. They've won it more than any other team in Europe. They've won the La Decima, and they have added to that La Decima. So they say, come, if you want to win the Champions League, come to Real Madrid. And in 2024, when your deal expires, we are ready to offer you a deal. Let's see if Kylian Mbappe will jump at it and leave PSG and go to Real Madrid. All the world best players, some of the world best players have played in Real Madrid, aside Messi, who did not play for Real Madrid. But some of the world best players have played in Real Madrid, and that is why they are called the Galacticos, as they are called, the White Angels, the Merengues, the Balagurians. That is for Barcelona. So let's see how it will go if Kylian Mbappe will join up the White Angels, that is in Spain, the Spanish capital. Okay, let's also look at this one. Let's go to England, where Liverpool is keeping tabs. They have made contact with this young Benfica player, 18-year-old Caiano Lorenzo Silva. He plays for Netherlands, but you know that name sounds Brazilian, but he plays for Netherlands. He applied his trade with Benfica in Portugal. Now, for Liverpool, they've made contact with this young forward. He's 18 years of age, and Liverpool is seeing how eventually Mo Salah leaves and a couple of other players. They are preparing for life after Mo Salah. They've made contact with the player. It's now left for the player for Benfica and the player to agree to Liverpool's term and probably discuss transfer if possible by January. We should be seeing Caiano Lorenzo Silva in red color, that is with Liverpool in England. And let's take this last one. These two teams are from the same region. They say one is called the noisy neighbor, and the other one say we are the owner of the city. Yes, they are the owner of the city. They've won 20 Premier League titles. They've won 3 Champions League. Compared to the blue side of it, how many Champions League have they won? Just 1. Now, Manchester United and Manchester City are on a loggerhead to see how they can snap up these two players. These two teams are keeping tabs. He's also of 18 years of age. He's a defender, Lenny Yoro of Lille in France. He plays for Lille in France, and now these two teams are keeping tabs on him. Let's see who eventually will sign him. It's not left for the player. The team that appealed to him most is where he will go. Lenny Yoro is a fantastic player, a defender, 18 years of age. And these two teams, you know, Manchester City buying young players, and Man U also, they have that eye of buying some good young players. Let's see where Lenny Yoro will end at the end of the summer. No, not January transfer, but at the end of the summer, when the season ends, Lenny Yoro probably might just leave Lille, that will land in Manchester City or land at Old Trafford, that is with Manchester United. All right, on that note, I'll be leaving you with a video, the NPFL video. Quickly, we'll use that video to wrap up the program. Sport updates. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. Say thanks for watching.